Hi Scorpio, welcome back to another reading at Wandering Magic. This is going to be the forecast for March 2021. As usual, we're going to be doing 4 tarot cards. Today we're going to be using the Philly Tarot deck. So if you're familiar with the Rider-Waite deck, this is a little bit different, but I'll break it down as we go along. And then we have 2 Oracle decks here, and I'm going to pull 1 card from each. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Scorpio, so starting at the top with the tarot cards, we have the Judgment in reverse, we have the Ace of Wands, the Six of Cups, and then we have the King of Cups. And then for our Oracle card in the back here, it says, instead of worrying about the future, I know all is well when I'm aligned in the moment. For our second Oracle card, we have the Warrior. So Scorpio, starting with this Oracle card in the back, I'm feeling like there's a little bit of anxiety here because you're worrying about the future. And that's what anxiety is. It's fearing the unknown, not knowing what's going to come tomorrow. But the thing is, either you've made a decision or you're going to have to make a major decision this month in March. So I'm feeling like the decision was already made. And those of you who have made the decision already, you're kind of living in that moment in March. And March is you going through the process of dealing with those, I don't want to say consequences, but, you know, there's always a choice. And it's like when you choose, you have path 1 or path 2, right? Whatever consequences on the other side, you have to take. And whatever is on the other side in general could be good or bad. But let's try not to view this as good or bad, because when you made this decision, that to you at the moment was aligned with your what you felt was your highest self, right? So again, don't worry about that, because it says back here, all is well when I'm aligned in the moment. So kind of being in the moment and relishing in whatever decision that was. Let's see what this decision had to do with. Okay, so we have the Hierophant. This is a Tribe Called Quest, which is the band in Philly. But anyway, so we have the Hierophant. And also I want to make note that the Judgment card back here, I'm just going to bring it closer. The Judgment card in the Philly deck is represented as Eastern State Penitentiary. And for those of you who don't know, this is a prison, an old prison, and they actually turned it into a haunted house around October. So anyway, I just wanted to show these images up close really quick. So some of you may have decided to end or begin a marriage. Maybe you even started, some of you started a new religion, or a new routine, a new practice. And maybe you're thinking, you know, you were so gung-ho about this idea, but now you're kind of like second guessing that, like, was that a good idea? For some of you, I'm feeling strongly that this was about a love, because we have the King of Cups here, and also we have the Six of Cups, which the cups in this deck, I'll bring it close really quick, is represented by the Philly cheesesteak, of course. So you're like, where are the cups? They're right here. Like I was saying, you know, you've made that decision, but for some reason, like I said, you're second guessing whatever this was. It doesn't, again, have to be a lover. It could be a passion project that you made a decision on. Maybe there was like an investment here. It was something that you really considered doing for so long. This could even be a course that you took, and maybe the class isn't going the way that you wanted it to go, so you're just having these doubts and you're second guessing whatever this is. But whatever that decision was, again, you're dealing with whatever is coming up, I'm feeling, emotionally. So moving on to what you should focus on is the Ace of Wands, which essentially talks about this new beginning that you chose. Remember, everything is a choice. You chose to make this decision. This is what you wanted at the time. It felt right. It doesn't make it right or wrong. And I think this is where the dynamic of learning comes from, but also taking out the connotation of this is wrong, this is good, or this is bad. Like, good and bad tend to it really kind of puts things in a bad light, because things aren't necessarily good or bad, they just are. And again, you made this decision, right? A lot of the times decisions are final, obviously, depending on what it is. For example, a divorce, right? But who's to say there's not a rekindling on the horizon here? Let's say that there was some kind of maybe a collaboration that you finally did, and things didn't go quite well, and you're like, see, this is why I like working by myself. But this is all part of the learning process. And also, who's to say that the next collaboration is going to be the same? So this is just being open-minded to these new opportunities that may be presenting themselves. And the reason why is the Six of Cups, because we're learning. We're ever learning and growing and learning from our past experiences to excel us forward into the future. So no regrets. Right? No regrets, because that's when you start that worrying with the future, and you're like, this is not a line, this is not it. I messed up. I made the wrong choice. But no, that's not necessarily, you didn't necessarily make the wrong choice. Again, a lot of things can be rectified if you choose to have that. However, not everything is for you. With the Warrior here, you're being asked to protect yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Don't worry about what's going to happen next week. Whatever is meant for you will come into place the way that it's supposed to. And again, it's not necessarily good or bad. It just is. Okay, for your advice here, you have the King of Cups, and that's kind of relishing. I feel like he's relishing in the moment. This is Nick Foles, and he actually won our Super Bowl in Philly in 2018. So yeah, this is, victorious. So think about this for a second. He won the Super Bowl for Philly, right? Like, people feel this way with the Eagles and all, but really this was a team effort, right? That was a team effort. And I think this is to say that your spirit team is behind you. They're cheering you on. They have your back. And it's not even just your spirit team. It's the people in your life. For some of you, this is a childhood friend that has your back, right? So he's sitting here, and then there's this old person who has their back. Not like, I mean, yeah, it could be an elderly, but I'm thinking more along the lines of someone that you were raised with, like a cousin or a friend or something like that. Like, they have your back. So like you have a really good support system, I'm feeling, with your friends. Yeah, this is the Five of Cups here. And this is probably representing a little bit how you're feeling. This is that decision you made. You got spilled cheese everywhere off of the cheesesteak. But, these right here are perfectly intact. So this is essentially just what's in front of you may seem and feel like a bad thing. And look, and there's the stadium where the Eagles won. But anyway, you might be feeling like a little remorse for your actions, a little bit regret, a little sadness, but I'm gonna strongly urge you to try not to focus on that. Focus on the good, because although some things may have gone astray or gone wrong, you still have some things intact in your life, and I think you need to work on focusing on that this month. Don't bring yourself down. Try to get out of your head and try to just stay in the moment. It's coming in, that message is very potent. Try to stay in the moment. Fives are actually ruling numerology wise here. So we have the Hierophant, which is the 5th card, and then we have the Five of Cups. And this is talking about instability, but it's also about change. Change is coming. Change is on the horizon. Your lessons are being exposed right now. You're going through a major life lesson. So again, I want to encourage you to just kind of deal with this lesson, because in every lesson there's a blessing. And if you've been listening to me for a while, I say that often, because the thing is, we don't see these lessons as blessings. Sometimes we feel like we're cursed. Woe is me. Why is this happening to me? What is going on? Why did I do this? That regret, that voice in your head is just like taking over. But the idea is not to do that. You've learned so much already. Just continue to excel yourself forward. Trust that you made the right decision. And hey, if you need to rectify some shit, then just rectify it. That's okay. Some of you do need to speak. You need to speak your heart on this. There's the heart with the King of Cups, the Six of Cups, right? Your heart. And there's a literal heart in this Hierophant deck here on the Hierophant card. Really tap into your heart, but also tap into your intuition is also what I'm feeling too. And remember that you are always protected. You are properly guided, and whatever you choose to do going forward, it is for your highest and greatest good, and you know that. You know that this is okay. Not all decisions are final. Just keep that in mind, okay? All right, Scorpio, I hope you found this message helpful. If this message resonated with you, feel free to buy me a coffee. Link down below in the description box. There's no obligation here. But yeah, that's about it. I hope to see you in the next reading. I hope you have an amazing month. Take care. Bye-bye.